And on the strength of this devotional service, please extinguish the blazing fire of all the useless arguments that will now begin to describe one by one in the first chapter of this book. So this is exactly what they do. We have no qualification for what they're doing. They're bringing that here, and they're engaging us in the service of watering that, apparently making what they're bringing beautiful again. And here, each song, amazing. Each song has a topic by which, like he said in the first chapter of this book, then the fire of all these useless arguments, not arguments with each other, arguments within the mind, arguments within our how do you say, our chitta that's been there, life after life there. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is extinguishing that, so that we can engage in the service that he's coming, he's calling us, engage in the service, but cannot engage yet. But he's giving this qualification. So therefore,
now, our Goswamis, they say that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is the Bhagirath of this present age, who brought the current of bhakti, which was so difficult to bring, but so necessary, and so much hard labor he did to bring it to this world. He is the Bhagirath of the Bhakti Ganga, of the flow of devotional service. If it wasn't for him, this bhakti would not flow in this world. He did strong austerities, he did strong work to bring this devotional path, and none of us would be here if it wasn't for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhakti Devi would not be present in this world as we know today. He had a very interesting schedule to start with. Like, he would go to sleep at 8 p.m. and wake up at midnight, and then he'd have if I don't know if you've been in his house, Swananda Sukada Kunja in Godrum Dvip, he would sit in his room, he had a pen and paper, and he would chant. He would chant 3 lakhs, that's 3 times 64 rounds. He would chant that, and while he would chant, so many realizations would come, and he would write them all down. Look, this is one of them I have in front of me, by the way. Kalyan Kalpataru. Things like this he would write down while he was chanting. In his meditation, he would see all these things, He wrote Jaiva Dharma, so many songs.
The Grihastha life, the Grihastha ashram, which is basically the hardest ashram to be in. it's like having your cake but not being able to eat it. You know. How possible? But he did that for all those that want to bring up children in Krishna consciousness, for all those that want to be in the Grihastha ashram, spread Krishna consciousness like that. He was there for them. Didn't need to. He could have just been pronounced from the start, but he did that service to show it's possible. What did he do? He's a magistrate. He had a full-on job as a magistrate in the British government. But still he had 11 children. He had a good schedule. Vaishnavas often have a good schedule, isn't it? He had for the kids, isn't it? 20 minutes each, okay, now's your time. He managed everyone and everything perfectly. And then, what I love about him is then at the end of the night when he's doing his bhajan, 100% just completely absorbed. And in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. or something, Rasa Leela's happening in the spiritual world. And then he'd awaken his spiritual realizations. And he'd be in the kitchen wearing sari, making puris. And one time, yes, and one time, one time his wife came in. It sounds a funny story, but luckily he gave her Divya Gyan. He gave her that. She obviously was probably a pure devotee also, isn't it? But she got that dristi, and she saw him as a small manjari. Actually, his name Kamala Manjari, and he gave it in this bhajan.
So at the end, Gurudev, he says, "Oh, I remember," isn't it? He says, "I remember that when in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the scripture of Rasa Leela, there in Shri Krishna and the gopis in Rasa Leela, they're performing many different pastimes. They're not only dancing in many different jagleelas, many pastimes that we hear about take place at that time, isn't it? So he said there." The gopis, the Krishna, they will sing for each other. They'll sing the same tune, the same melody, the same song. They'll sing to each other. But Krishna reaches the fifth note. And but the gopis will reach with the same song, the same tune, the seventh, like that. So he just said that, thank you all. You reminded me of this. So now you see, like they want to give us that qualification. We cannot be engaged in that. We can hardly hear about Rasa Leela without losing complete interest, isn't it? It's not even like that we're going to make offense. So we're not even going to listen, isn't it? It's like, oh, why is he saying about chastity? Because that's weird. She's got a husband and, whatever. No. The interest is not there. The adhikar is not there. It's like, not for everyone. Not only for me. See, most of it. But Gurudev, in a very, very kind and merciful way, he'll engage us in that. He'll trick us, isn't it? And he engages in reminding him of his nitya seva, isn't it? Reminding him means what? Bringing him there, isn't it? Like that. So the kinds of service that he engages us without us knowing, even to this day, we have no idea, isn't it? Like Srila Bhaktivinoda is doing that, saying, I rode this street, but I pulled it out too strong, isn't it? And I've damaged it, and its beauty is lost. Please come and help me. Come with your faith and with your devotion, and you water that tree, and you make it beautiful again, and you can help the fruit.